Here's a very common problem with the Morris Minor door, which is a crack that develops right around where the quarter light and the window frame go in. You can see the old rubber gasket below where the quarter light was, and this is super common, and you can see that it's cracked over to the other side here as well. And what they've done to try to repair it is they riveted in a plate at the back and try to hold it together like that. Clearly the crack is spread to the other side of the door. Now, you could do some very careful welding, putting a backing plate or something like that in there. But as it happened, it turned out that someone had a couple of doors for a Morris Minor that would fit the Traveler. They'd fit the Coupe or the Traveler at a very inexpensive price, but at a very remote location in the Sierra Nevada mountains. Now, I happen to have known that location from field work and also some duties that I did for search and rescue up in that part of the world. And so I knew exactly where this place was. I had driven there before, had been involved in some operations up there, and I thought, you know what? I can get up there and get it, because this guy was not going to ship them. The price was great, but you had to go up to Mariposa County in the Sierra Nevadas and actually pick the doors up physically, but a very good price. And so off I went on an adventure to do that. So here I am in the picturesque little mountain town of Groveland, a gateway to Yosemite National Park. And believe it or not, I'm way up here in the middle of nowhere to pick up some new doors for the Morris Minor. It was a deal that I couldn't resist. It allowed me to deal with the crack that I have in the driver's door, and the price was unbelievably excellent. So I'm going to load the doors and the glass up into my field vehicle that I've been using for field work, and I think they just fit Jim Dandy. Now that the Minor doors are home, take a closer look at them. And one important area is the bottom of the doors. Typically rusts out. These are very solid. A little bit of surface stuff there, but nothing else. And it still has the original rubber sealers on that, which of course will come out to paint it. But you know, good solid bottoms on the doors. This would be the driver's door for the right hand side. This is where I have on my original doors cracking and rivets and things like that in it, and these are nice and solid, nothing at all like the so-called crack of doom along there, and looks pretty good. The other thing that is interesting to me is it's got some kind of undercoating sprayed all over the inside, which looks like it was then sprayed with the paint color, sort of a greeny, light greens paint color on the car. So looks pretty good. What about the other side, the side that you're going to see? So this is the passenger side door, straight off of the car, and what you can see then is that it looks pretty good. There's a little bit of surface rust here, but really nothing really to worry about. No deep dents or anything like that. These should clean up pretty nicely, and you know, maybe very minimal blocking needed to get them in a nice smooth shape to paint. And again, there's no evidence at all on the doors of any sort of cracking or rust along the bottom of either one. So I'm going to use these doors on the car because they are actually in better shape, particularly the driver's door, which in mine has all these rivets and a big crack on it. And so that's how we're going to go. And of course, to get it ready to paint, we're going to have to take off the window frames and get the window glass out. The window glass in both doors is also really good. So I'm going to be working on that, and we're going to look at how to do that. I had started doing that on the other one, of course, to get the window frames out there. And this will be the same process, except I can lay the doors down on their side here, and much easier to get at everything.